Zhao Heng, a mediocre college student, likes to work diligently part-time to support his family. Others earn hard money, but Zhao Heng earns real hard-earned money. Police. Can you explain how you helped African warlords unify 13 tribes? Zhao Heng. What warlord? I just taught foreign friends a few moves about Sun Tzu's military strategy. Police. What is your explanation for selling large-scale thermal weapons? Zhao Heng spread his hands. Is it not illegal to change the rifling of seamless steel pipes? Isn't it too much to replace the gas tank with a mortar? As for the military carbon-40 fiber you mentioned, the fishing rods used by the anglers are all carbon-50. Chapter 1. Is a part-time job, earning beautiful knives. You are listening at novel-full.audio. Capital. Longwa University of Technology. The college students have just finished class, and the crowd is crowded and playing with each other. At this moment, a brightly dressed and tall female journalist, say hello to the camera in front of you. Hello everyone, audience friends. Here is the latest program brought to you by the host Xiaoro, Dragon Country's appointment on campus. First of all, thank you to the audience for their strong support of this program. Secondly, let me introduce our live program to you. We will focus our camera on this group of young college students and take you into the perspective of young people. Dragon Country has a promise, youth has a promise. Lin Xiaoro's voice was clear and sweet, and when she spoke, her cheeks and dimples were intoxicating. The barrage in the live broadcast room also scrolls in a timely manner, covering the entire screen. Xiaoro's hosting skills are really good. I am a young person's favorite CCTV. The country has finally found the traffic password. Dragon Kingdom has an appointment, CCTV special program. Specializing in offline is truly an interview program. The simplicity and beauty of college students, the relaxed and freehand brushwork in front of the camera. They are irreplaceable by any program effect. The previous interview with Longwa University of Science and Technology directly made this program a hot search on various platforms. The ratings of CCTV have skyrocketed, even driving the news sector. Weibo's hot search is even more impressive. During my college years, it was so wonderful. Not like the bitter aftertaste of primary and secondary school. Unlike the deceit that first entered society, it's not like the feeling of powerlessness in middle age that is youth, it is beauty. So, the discussion is extremely high. Even though it has been 3 months since the last episode. Now, as soon as it starts broadcasting, it still becomes popular. Hello, classmate. Xiaoro entered a state of mind and came to the side of a classmate who was waiting for pancakes and fruits. This semester is coming to an end, can I interview you? What do you think is the most meaningful thing you have done this semester? Xiaoro's voice was sweet and gentle. This semester. The boy was about to answer when he blinked and saw Mike with the Dragon Country appointment brand. He then spoke up, are you on that interview program? Yes, it seems that our classmates are also our old audience. It's normal for college students to know that the program is so popular. Well, this semester, I personally feel that everything is very meaningful. If you have to tell me, it's because I've been shining and heating up all semester. The boy has a calm voice and wise eyes. At this moment, even Xiaoro's expression as she looked at him changed a bit. I didn't expect the first classmate I met today to be so amazing. Lin Yixing, don't be so pretentious. Miss Xiaoro, don't believe him. This guy doesn't take a shower every day, and he's so glowing and hot. Lin Yixing, learning from you is backward, boasting that you are the first place. The barrage hit the face too quickly. Lin Xiaoro's smile also began to stiffen. The program she hosts is really popular, it's normal to occasionally meet a few acquaintances. At this moment, this classmate named Lin Yixing, directly exposed by the barrage of students without mercy. Well, friends, this classmate is just joking around for everyone. We shouldn't imitate him in our daily lives. Xiaoro smiled and said, I still hope that the next student who accepts our interview can have more sincere words. Alright, let's go take a walk over there. Lin Xiaoro turned her head and saw a lonely figure behind her. Slim figure, dragging a urea bag. Walking alone, particularly prominent in the crowd. Damn it, what era is this? Is there anyone who carries luggage like this? I think I came back from the courier store. Is this a bed and bedding? Why do I look like I'm picking up trash? The barrage in the live broadcast room expressed doubts one after another, and Xiaoro walked forward quickly. Classmate. No card application, no study abroad, no student union membership. Before Xiaoro finished speaking, she was mercilessly rejected. Classmate, we are conducting interviews. Xiaoro caught up and handed out the microphone. No time. Zhao Heng said coldly, we have a prize question and answer. Originally, Zhao Heng had already taken a few steps, but upon hearing this, take the initiative and come back, he said, classmate, I'm a bit curious about what treasure is in your bag. Xiaoro's voice should be as gentle as possible in judo. Book. Book. Lin Xiaoro looked up in an instant, somewhat surprised. I can't tell that the young man in front of me is still someone who enjoys reading. Such a bag of books, I'm afraid they have a lot of knowledge. Lin Xiaoro instantly felt that she had come right. In the internet era, there are not many people who can really calm down to read. Reading this bag of books may not be even less pitiful. Even if she herself, she can't do it. Such a proactive student, it's the person she's looking for. Classmate, would it be convenient to show it to everyone? Xiaoro's eyes were filled with anticipation, and Zhao Heng reluctantly opened his snake skin pocket. With both hands exerting force, books rolled down to the ground. Some people often say, good at reading, reading. Lin Xiaoro didn't finish speaking, and she swept away the remaining light. Hiss, there's something wrong. The complete collection of Analects, The Art of War, the 6 treasures of the Grand Duke, what? What the hell? Lin Xiaoro pondered that there is no military law subject at the University of Science and Technology, right? That's okay. Breeding and Postpartum Care of Sao's Comprehensive Theory of Hybrid Rice Manufacturing of Small Thermal Weapons Industry, the Handbook of Barefoot Practice Reading can be mixed. Lin Xiaoro tugged at the corner of her mouth, her gaze fixed. Desire to speak, but then stop. Sleeping trough. There really is a book like Postpartum Care for Sows. Probably recycling second-hand books, right? I found 2 books like this in school, but it's still possible. After watching the barrage comments in the live broadcast room, Lin Xiaoro felt even more numb. Classmate, can I ask what major you are studying? Lin Xiaoro said with a stiff face. Should it be from the history department? History. I studied international trade. Zhao Heng's eyes were blank. International trade. Lin Xiaoro's eyes widened. International trade also needs to learn this. I worked part-time at school and couldn't come from the countryside. Zhao Heng waved his hand with a helpless expression. Part-time. It seems that netizens guessed right. Lin Xiaoro's eyes lit up. So you're doing old book recycling and reselling. Lin Xiaoro spoke up, and Zhao Heng gave a fierce glance. International trade. Foreign exchange. Zhao Heng was somewhat speechless. Sleeping trough, this product can blow better than the one just now. I graduated from Blue Fly. I still do biological tissue thermal processing. Before Lin Xiaoro could speak, the bullet screen first expressed strong dissatisfaction. Classmate, since it's for export, why not sell some new books? Lin Xiaoro spoke seriously. New book. Those niggers can understand shit. Zhao Heng sneered. Annotate, do you understand knowledge payment? Zhao Heng said and handed Lin Xiaoro a copy of his own complete analects. Annotations are densely packed. Do you understand? You can go and buy this book with a knife, it's $3.51, but after I translated it, there's no discount for $500. It's a beautiful knife. Chapter 2. 6 Squadron Special Police. Did you break the rules? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Silence. Including journalist Lin Xiaoro. Everyone's smiles froze. This guy, what he said is somewhat outrageous. However, no matter what you do, you have this spirit. During my school years, I worked hard part-time. Although it may sound absurd, when it comes to the complexity of translation work it can be considered a physical labor. Perhaps foreigners have special reading needs. College students. Sometimes it's better to save face and speak more eloquently. Understood. Excellent in learning, positive and upward. Having their own long-term plan, this is the talent their program team is looking for. With this in mind, Lin Xiaoro further spoke up, "Classmate, would it be convenient for us to read the content in your book? There's nothing else, I just want to know more." Lin Xiaoro spoke up, and Zhao Heng nodded. "Just give me the money." The camera teacher's camera moved and the written text gradually became clearer. The handwriting on the book is exposed. The original text is as follows. "If a gentleman is not serious, then he is not mighty. I heard the saying in the morning, death at night can." The standard printing of the original text is derived from a quote from Confucius. It looks ordinary and unremarkable. But when the camera moves down, a small line appears below, accompanied by an English line. "It has been some time since I returned to my home country, and according to calculations, you should have engaged in a decisive battle with unify in East Africa. I won't go into too much detail about strategic arrangements. Here are the 2 sentences for you. If adults don't take serious measures, they won't be able to establish credibility. Take action quickly, accurately, and ruthlessly. Since everyone knows their path, don't let him live through tonight." Lin Xiaoro. Live broadcast room. Fortunately, the camera teacher noticed something was wrong and turned the camera around. "Hee, this classmate is quite good at joking." Lin Xiaoro awkwardly explained, "Let's take a look at something else." Speaking, for safety reasons, he chose a lifestyle book. The same tone. Knowledge about sow catalysis and boar sperm collection is among them. This is the date when the sow gave birth that I drew for you. Pay attention. Lin Xiaoro was completely stunned. Looking at Zhao Heng, his eyes were full of confusion. At this moment, the barrage unexpectedly came to a halt. Then, it was scattered like a storm. Sleeping trough. This guy doesn't study and research anything all day. Brother, you are so good at translation. Can you translate The Plum in the Golden Vase? They are all classics. The barrage was boiling, and some students even stormed up Luyu. Isn't that right? The unify he was referring to couldn't be the dictator in Africa, could he? A barrage asked so. Lin Xiaoro became even more confused. But soon he realized and explained for Zhao Heng. This classmate has a wide range of knowledge, and it was only then that I realized there were so many things I didn't understand. It seems that I will continue to learn from you in the future. By the way, classmate, what's your name? Lin Xiaoro looked forward to it. Although Zhao Heng didn't say a few words from beginning to end, he directly heated up the live broadcast room. More importantly, there seemed to be some secret mysteries waiting to be discovered on Zhao Heng's body. Lin Xiaoro felt even more excited at the thought of this. Their production team happens to lack such a few main characters for tracking videos. Zhao Heng just met the requirements. It has a great program effect. Zhao Heng. Zhao Heng spoke coldly. Can I please? Lin Xiaoro was about to speak when she was interrupted by a ringing bell. 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 The class bell rang, and Zhao Heng quickly picked up a snake-skin bag, run wildly along the classroom building. Lin Xiaoro was in a chaotic state of mind. Faced with the camera, my eyes froze. What a... Lin Xiaoro tugged at the corner of her mouth. Interesting guy. Forget it, remember it first. After thinking for a long time, Lin Xiaoro finally took out a pen and wrote Zhao Heng's name in a notebook. Being able to annotate ancient texts in English across disciplines is an incredible learning ability. So inspiring and in line with character and the program effect. If it weren't for the low willingness to participate, Lin Xiaoro would have already made a decision to secure a spot. Their other colleagues in the group have also tried others in the past few days, but the results have been mediocre. Only Zhao Heng has a natural program effect. Plus the heavyweight traffic of my first comeback. If there is a chance, make sure to seize it. The academic atmosphere at Polytechnic University is still more rigorous. The students nervously went upstairs when they heard the bell ring. Watching the gradually desolate flow of people, Lin Xiaoro felt that there might not be any gains today, decided to end work and end the interview. But at this moment, woo-wah, a siren came from afar. The vehicles from all directions voluntarily gave way. The students who were originally in a hurry seemed to come to a standstill in an instant. Schwa. 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 In the blink of an eye, 6 special police duty vehicles in front and behind, led by an ordinary police sedan, the entire school gate was surrounded. Wow! The car door opened, and rows of special police officers marched forward in an orderly manner. Divide into 6 groups and move forward in batches. Type 95, bulletproof vest. Live ammunition. The queue is neat. Special police officers carrying explosion-proof shields and riot helmets were carried forward. Follow up one by one in the queue behind you. Special police on duty. Everyone, step back. Step back. Outside the door, police are assisting students in evacuating. It doesn't look like a drill. The situation is very serious. Lin Xiaoro, who was slightly outside the door, and the camera lens were perfectly aligned with everything, go straight to the scene. Sleeping slot. Longwa technology. Sleeping slot. What's the situation? So many special police officers, what must have been done? The barrage began to exert force, while Lin Xiaoro kept her eyes fixed on it. Just then, the moment she passed close to her body made her lips freeze. Danger. This is Lin Xiaoro's instinctive intuition. However, facing the live broadcast room, Lin Xiaoro maintained her professionalism and said, "Friends, don't worry. Let me first investigate the specific situation." As Lin Xiaoro spoke, she wanted to come forward and interview the police. Unsurprisingly persuaded to leave. Now that the special police are on duty, please lean back. The police officer spoke with a serious voice. Immediately after, without waiting for Lin Xiaoro to speak, she was stopped by 2 police officers. At this moment, the special police officers who divided the troops into several routes quickly surrounded Zhao Heng at the designated location. There are well-designed secret sentries on both sides. There is a sniper upstairs. Similarly, there are explosion-proof special police officers with shields ahead. Directly surround Zhao Heng in groups. Zhao Heng frowned slightly as he watched everything. Listen to the people inside, you're already surrounded. Put down your belongings and crouch down with your hands on your head. The voice of the special police is loud and awe-inspiring. At this point, sharp-eyed viewers have already noticed clues from the distant footage cast. Xiaoro, do you think this guy is the one you just interviewed? That foreign exchange trader. Chapter 3. Asir, this is slander. You are listening at novel full.audio. You are already surrounded. Now immediately put down what you have in your hand. The special police shouted again. Raise your hands above your head and squat down. Special police officers are very careful and almost dare not make any mistakes. After all, this is not an exercise. It must be perfectly fitted. Zhao Heng, although immature, the pressure it brings is unimaginable. As for Zhao Heng himself, I am also quite helpless about Uncle Hat's behavior. Scratching his head awkwardly in front of everyone. Don't move. Who knew that with this move, the special police were the first to become nervous? Raise your hands high. Zhao Heng followed suit and the special police team quickly advanced forward. Sleeping trough. It's been a long time since I saw our university appearance. Who knew it was a big mess as soon as it came out? I can tell that your school. Everyone is talented. Dozens of special police officers on duty together. With such intensity, they dare to chase down drug lords. The barrage is full of gossip. The annotations written by this person are all very strange. Could it be because of the foreign exchange issue? Someone questioned the bullet screen. Subsequently, the severity of the situation escalated once again. Think back to the previous slur that could easily kill people, as well as the sow farming that concerns people's livelihoods in addition, with a well-known African dictatorship like Unify even more directly towards Zhao Heng towards new hot searches. Just those books are enough to arouse imagination. In addition, Zhao Heng's unique annotations and direction of thinking are also included. Driven by curiosity and prompted by bullet comments. Lin Xiaoro first searched around and, after confirming that there was no interference around, found a special police officer standing guard. Hello, I am Lin Xiaoro, a journalist from CCTV. At a critical moment, Lin Xiaoro self-reported her identity. I would like to ask you, what exactly is the situation with this operation? Lin Xiaoro is indeed a national idol, and the special police were also impressed when they saw her. But soon it dimmed. This person is an international dangerous element, and he is also a repeat offender. A sentence from the special police officer made Lin Xiaoro completely unable to hold her tension. Part-time translation secretary. Now it has become an international dangerous element again. At this moment, Lin Xiaoro was already sweating profusely. If I were still a student like this, wouldn't it be too rebellious? Part-time during winter vacation, helping African friends make a name for themselves. Within the enclosure. The special police also carefully handcuffed Zhao Heng and searched his body carefully. During this period, Zhao Heng was very cooperative. Anyway, these police officers will come sooner or later. The fact that Dragon Kingdom can find itself at this speed indicates its strength. Of course, the reason for being so confident and fearless. Mainly because he didn't do anything. I can't even catch his head. Uncle Hat, did I break the law? Is that how you treat me? Zhao Heng was a bit annoyed. Please cooperate with our investigation. As the chief special police officer, he didn't give Zhao Heng a chance to say more after catching him. The orders from all over the organization say that this is an international recidivist. We must arrest and bring it to justice. Even national security has been set up for this. The danger is too high. Speaking, put a headband on Zhao Heng and take it away directly. Zhao Heng did not struggle and fully cooperated. Anyway, I just work part-time and do some small business. Wait, why is this figure so familiar? The barrage was asked in surprise. Then, in an instant, I saw Sanskrit coming over. Isn't this my brother Zhao Heng? Why is Zhao Heng in such a place? Is this a violation of heaven's rules? Sleeping trough, what kind of psychological quality can this person resist? The barrage quickly devoured the melon, while Zhao Heng was directly taken away by the special police. Cover your head, wear handcuffs and ankle shackles, and move slowly. This scene, it's just too shocking. Sleeping trough, can't this be the death penalty? There is a barrage at the beginning. At this moment, the police car quickly started. Following closely behind are Lin Xiaoro and her photography team. In the interrogation room, honesty should be lenient, resistance should be strict, and the words should be arranged neatly. Kid, be honest and lenient, resist and be strict. I have checked all your information, especially in the past 2 years. The police added eerily, we have investigated and have a basic understanding of the situation. You can remain silent now, but we have sufficient evidence and still hope you can cooperate, strive for probation. According to recent news, in the past 4 months, you have been commanding African warlords behind their backs, agreeing to war, and ultimately annexing more than a dozen tribal warlords in the surrounding areas. The police spoke eloquently, but Zhao Heng did not speak. It's okay if you don't say it, we also found out that there is a private account behind you with tens of millions of dollars in it. 2 gold mines, 20 tons of tin ore. The police didn't finish reading all of it, it's just too much. He felt his eyelids twitching as he read. These resources can even sustain a small country's use for several years. It is even more so than some places like the Papal States, which occupy resources that are not much higher. National resources. Emily is causing trouble everywhere, this is what she's trying to depict. The Dragon Kingdom provides subsidies everywhere for equivalent exchange. Mineral resources are so important. And African tycoons can cross borders and give this thing to a college student. It is enough to show its level of danger. Zhao Heng still keeps his mouth shut. Until, I heard there, you still have a dozen or so wives. In one sentence, Zhao Heng was instantly awakened. First, the ears twitched slightly, then quickly waved their hands. Officer. I'm a college student. I don't like that thing. If you say that again, I will sue you for slander. Zhao Heng's voice was excited. I don't have that kind of addiction. Chapter 4. Do you call this a college student? You are listening at novel.full.audio. Zhao Heng has a loud voice, echoing the entire interrogation room. A group of police officers were also somewhat embarrassed by it. But when I think of those black people bathing in mud or something, it's normal to think about it. After a brief pause to show understanding, the police officer continued to ask. We have investigated and found that you are smuggling weapons on a large scale in Africa, intentionally waging war. Don't say you're not clear. The police officer's words were resounding. Smuggling weapons is a serious crime. You're also on the list of international arms dealers. The police officer almost gritted his teeth and spoke. Dragon people in Africa top international arms dealers list. You should know that Longwa is one of the countries with the strictest customs. Let's not talk about whether the military can be obtained or not, even if it can be obtained, it will definitely not leave the customs. And what is the economic backwardness in Africa? There must be no supplier. The only possibility seems to point to the lighthouse of freedom again. Can you say the eyes of several interrogators began to become complicated? The corners of the mouth are also a bit stiff. This person's resume is truly extraordinary. The police officer continued, according to the investigation, you once met a cherry blossom merchant 3 months ago. Do you have a transaction between you? We also saw your name on the killer list. The police didn't show any concern and spoke up directly. Zhao Heng shrugged his shoulders. Open your mouth slightly. Just when the police thought Zhao Heng wanted to explain something, Zhao Heng licked his dry lips and smiled, can you give me a drink of water? Thirsty. First, she was caught by an inexplicable female journalist and asked a question. Now he has been arrested by the police again and continues to be tortured. Not to mention that, my own books, if it's because of this reason that it's gone, maybe the customer will still be nagging me. The thought of the tight hoop curse from the heavens made Zhao Heng feel a headache. Nah. The Dragon Kingdom is a place of humanization, and this small requirement can still be met. Even if Zhao Heng doesn't say anything, pouring a sip of water can still satisfy him. Gollum. With his hands nailed to the regret chair, Zhao Heng could only bite the edge of the paper cup with his teeth and then drink it with his head up. With such a long sigh of relief, Zhao Heng's mentality relaxed. Just the surrounding special police are becoming extremely nervous. There's no other reason. The incidents committed by Zhao Heng are becoming increasingly outrageous. However, it is such a young man who is still so young. Is it difficult? Is this also a natural talent? They have seen students being deceived and defrauded because of their help letters. I have also seen some prostitutes, but those who lead the African people in revolution and overthrow dictatorship. This is still the first time I've seen it. You really think too much, Zhao Heng said just as everything was quiet. They did indeed deliver the goods, but this is our formal process, and I have paid taxes on the foreign exchange earnings. As for the gift, my friend just sent me some local specialties, so I shouldn't have to pay any taxes, right? Zhao Heng spoke lightly, but the police in charge of the interrogation did not burst into tears. Nuoda's gold mines, Nuoda's national development of energy reserves. Local specialties. Without time to think, Zhao Heng said again, I was just helping them analyze a book and create an export forex. What do readers understand now? It has nothing to do with me. I designed a dance movement, is it difficult? In the future, as long as it is this dance movement, it will be counted as mine. Zhao Heng spoke seriously, but for a moment the police were unable to refute him. Besides my pig farming strategy, through this large-scale production, the environment for drug growth has been destroyed. Just hold on, those places will definitely yield rewards. Say goodbye to drug plantations and let them participate in production labor. How can I say this is also considered meritorious? Zhao Heng's smile was very overflowing, but quickly, as if he remembered something. The little day you want to know the most may be a self-inflicted crime. I won't pay for what I bought, but heaven has brought justice. At this point, Zhao Heng's expression was somewhat excited. So, that mail gun is you? A police officer asked. At this point, even they couldn't hold their tension anymore. Talking to Xiao Ri is really a joyful thing. Hey! Zhao Heng quickly waved his hand backwards. I dare not speak recklessly, I am not even present. But it was also when my hands trembled that I burned half of their toilet. What a shame. Chapter 5. Part-time, it's very reasonable. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time flies by rapidly. The hostility of several police officers towards Zhao Heng has significantly decreased. Zhao Heng's attitude was also surprisingly good, he said whatever he wanted. Not hidden at all. For a full 3 hours, Zhao Heng recounted all the stories. From participating in infantry formation training on my own to open overseas markets to actively prepare for battle, I have made it clear which materials I have worked on. And it seems that there is no way to convict Zhao Heng despite the seemingly conclusive evidence. It vaguely worries everyone. You should know that international dangerous elements are something taught to them by the National Security Bureau. Suspects specifically instructed by national security cannot relax their vigilance. And at this moment, after answering a phone call, the police chief pushed the door open and entered. Xiao Wang, please untie it for him. The National Security Bureau ordered that he be acquitted and released. Ah! The male police officer in charge of the interrogation was clearly surprised. Immediately, with a puzzled expression on his face, he escorted Zhao Heng out of the gate. Acquittal. Phew, whew. Take a deep breath and exhale heavily. After feeling refreshed, Zhao Heng began to sit on the steps and count his books. After completing all the logarithms, the smile returns. As long as you haven't lost it. Zhao Heng said, holding him tighter. Just as his steps had just begun coincidentally, I looked up and collided with the program team of Dragon Country appointment. Lin Xiao's eyes glared fiercely. How did you come out? Lin Xiaoro said. I was originally innocent, okay. Zhao Heng spoke seriously. At this moment, the barrage followed suit, ha ha ha. I'll just say, I must have caught it wrong. I just caught the wrong person, just a college student. How could it be so mysterious? If it weren't for me constantly following the live broadcast, I would have thought it was a script. Like. There is indeed a slight resemblance. Under the camera, bullet comments speculate one after another. And Lin Xiaoro walked towards the police station without looking back. As a CCTV journalist, you have temporary privileges to directly contact the higher authorities for approval. Although they are not the same system, due to their many connections, they usually go green all the way. Today, the same applies. Hello officer, may I ask the classmate from earlier? Lin Xiaoro's heart was as calm as water, and she spoke calmly. At this point, the live broadcast room is also completely fermenting. The heat is starting to soar all the way. Here is a document for you to take a look at. But remember to keep it confidential. The female police officer clearly doesn't adapt to the camera, so don't turn your head and speak up. Understood. Lin Xiaoro nodded earnestly. Immediately, he took out a thick stack of materials and compared the width. Then, the live broadcast room fell silent again. After Officer Wang finished speaking, Xiaoro and the netizens in the live broadcast room fell silent. This criminal material is almost as thick as a dictionary. It's not an exaggeration to say that this is full of evil deeds. Lying trough. This product doesn't have any family connections, does it? So many charges. Is it really fake? These days I've been there giving me an unreal feeling. Sleeping slot. I feel like there are fewer special police officers. The barrage once again began a heated discussion. And here, Xiaoro also began to browse through the materials. Because it is an official compilation, it is very brief for the convenience of memory. However, each sentence has a deeper meaning when read. Translated versions such as, The Complete Analects, The Art of War of Sun Tzu, The Art of War of Taigong, etc. are deeply loved by the African Revolutionary Army. African Revolutionary Army, rectify military discipline, cooperate with Bhutan. African Revolutionary Army night raids, tactical and strategic crushing on the African battlefield. Africa establishes its first individual organization arsenal, producing traditional AK.47s and various types of machine guns. African Revolutionary Army, unify 15 tribes, liberate the entire territory. The following year, a man codenamed Men's Gun appeared and assassinated the former prime minister. The next day, Zhao Heng appeared in the Jingwa Divine Toilet. The Divine Toilet has been burned. Pile by pile, one scene after another list various major events. It seems like there is a shadow of Zhao Heng everywhere, but it feels like it's nowhere to be. Thinking of the indifferent face just now, overlapping with various things, Lin Xiaoro felt a bit magical. At this moment, halfway through the reading, I have no intention of looking again. Sweating profusely on my back. No wonder so many special police officers need to be deployed. Xiaoro, why aren't you talking? Is there anything you can tell us? The barrage spoke carefully. It's okay, friends. Lin Xiaoro worked hard to calm her mood and spoke up. At the same time, her heart had already settled. Regardless of whether Zhao Heng agrees or not, the protagonist this time must be him. After chatting for a while, everyone went out. I was thinking of going back to school to find Zhao Heng, but to my surprise, Zhao Heng didn't leave. Instead, they were waiting for them in front of the car. Classmate, are you looking for us for something? Lin Xiaoro's heart was filled with joy. I didn't expect such a cold person to take the initiative to wait for someone. It seems that there is a play today. Classmate, we are from the program group of Dragon Country Appointment, and I am the host Lin Xiaoro. I would like to invite you. Wait a moment, Zhao Heng interrupted Lin Xiaorou's practice move directly. Then he reached out his hand and spoke weakly, "You haven't paid the interview fee you promised just now. According to the market price, I'll charge you 300 yuan. Zhao Heng then pulled out a QR code. Scan this, I know you don't have any cash. You're still so considerate. Lin Xiaorou was speechless for a moment. How short of money is this guy? Lin Xiaorou is a bit puzzled. What this product has, if you really count it as money, it may have already surpassed the rich list in seconds. Adhering to a country's strategic resources, do you still have to haggle over 300 yuan? Scan code successful, transfer 300 yuan. Lin Xiaorou transferred the money and quickly followed up without hesitation. Can you beat me on the shoot this time? Why? Zhao Heng looked up, I didn't promise you again. Lin Xiaorou's face darkened instantly, but for the sake of ensuring the program, she patiently spoke up, this is a balcony program. If you participate in the shooting, you will have a certificate, a medal, and that can. Say something practical, Zhao Heng interrupted. We will have 200,000 yuan. It's difficult for me to handle things with your little money. Zhao Heng interrupted again. Quickly, Lin Xiaorou signed the contract with a painful expression on her face. Following the start of filming, the popularity of the live broadcast room skyrocketed again. Upon hearing that Zhao Heng agreed to participate, the program platform almost collapsed. Classmate, where are you going? Lin Xiaorou quickly followed up. I spent hundreds of thousands of yuan myself, so I can't just wander around. Every second you walk, that's money. I'm going to do a part-time job, are you going? Zhao Heng said. Go. Go ahead. The barrage crazily instigated. But Lin Xiaorou was a bit hesitant, recalling the scene just now, she felt a chill all over. Is the part-time job you mentioned reasonable? Why don't you go take a look and find out? Zhao Heng smiled, very logical. Chapter 6. Working part-time as a duck. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Walking on the road, Lin Xiaorou was very curious. What kind of part-time job can a man who is internationally renowned, even extremely vicious? Classmate, may I ask if you are doing any part-time jobs later? Our audience is very curious and wants to know more about you. As soon as he said this, Zhao Heng hesitated for a moment and his face changed slightly. He quickly spoke up and said, it's not convenient to say this, but you'll know it yourself when the time comes. This after hearing this, Lin Xiaorou's expression also stiffened slightly. What other professions are hard to say about? But it's also part-time jobs, how much money can college students earn in a day? And they are all leftovers picked up by others, so hard work can be said to be one of their must-choose projects. Many college students who work part-time are the main force of these part-time jobs. However, it is puzzling whether a special existence like Zhao Heng deserves to work part-time. Wealth is comparable to that of a country. The audience in the live broadcast room also had some doubts, but they didn't say much, just very curious. Just wait and see. There might be some surprises later. We believe that Zhao Heng, as a talent in science and engineering, must have his own outstanding qualities. Lin Xiaorou was also pondering and brainstorming some words, which allowed her to combine this person who may be an international war criminal with a university student and give a positive explanation. It's also a bit difficult for her. And soon, it arrived at Zhao Heng's part-time job location. However, Lin Xiaorou's gaze seemed a bit off. This is a bit dilapidated, but the bustling alleyway is not suitable for a serious person to enter. Moreover, there seem to be many mature and beautiful young women among them, those black silk-wrapped hip skirts, big long-leg attack speed shoes, that's what makes them a must-have. A dog walked around, its eyes fixed straight. At this moment, the audience in the live broadcast room exclaimed, 666. One barrage of bullets flew up one by one. My grass. Isn't this the beauty street in Shanghai? The largest chicken coop in Shanghai. I know this place, it's bustling with lights and wine. Zhao Heng, this guy, shouldn't be here to be a duck. No wonder they say it may not be very convenient, my grass. If it were me, I wouldn't be convenient either. Zhao Heng is also a ruthless person. He dared to even take off his pants for a contract worth several 100,000 yuan. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, dot. Lin Xiaoro was also stunned for a moment. After seeing the barrage in the live broadcast room, her face became very ugly. I have never eaten pork and have seen pigs run. How could she not know what's going on here? However, looking at Zhao Heng with a calm face, Lin Xiaoro didn't know what to say for a moment. Cough, don't misunderstand, what if someone just comes over to do some serious things and doesn't actually involve sensitive things? Just now, Zhao Heng also said that it's just a bit difficult to speak up, which doesn't mean he's doing something illegal or criminal. Don't be fooled by appearances, dressing nicely doesn't necessarily mean it's for any particular reason. Later on, Lin Xiaoro also became increasingly dark in her depiction. Even the crew behind wanted to remind Lin Xiaoro whether to continue filming. At least it is also a program of CCTV. I have put so much effort into Zhao Heng before, so naturally, some external factors cannot affect the live broadcast effect. So Lin Xiaoro quickly made up her mind to let the crew continue filming. Zhao Heng quickly walked in, looking familiar with the road, as if it wasn't his first time here. This is even more curious. Live streaming rooms are emitting barrage. This kid is not a duck either. I have his surname, oh by the way, my surname is also Zhao. The anchor is also broadcasting, isn't he afraid of being banned? He's so brave. If we can still see it, it means there is no violation. Don't worry. Stop it. I want to see what Zhao Heng is up to. At this point, Zhao Heng had already arrived at a massage parlor with a pink neon sign. Based on online experience, it has been verified that the storefront is obscure, but among them, there is a constant peach blossom scent in the stores. At this point, everyone was discussing whether this thing was legitimate or not. I'll go. Are you saying that Zhao Heng wasn't here to put ducks? The rows of beautiful women sitting at the door looked at Zhao Heng with that kind of gaze, my grass. I've never seen him in my life. Bully, can Zhao Heng publish a book? I'll kneel down and learn. Not to mention anything else, just these beautiful women at the door, one by one more mature women, one by one, the quality is really not low. I just can't imagine, what kind of physique is Zhao Heng, actually so outstanding, There is almost no refutation from the public regarding Zhao Heng being a duck. Lin Xiaoro's face became even more awkward. The crew members on the side are already ready, and if anything large-scale happens next, they will immediately cut off the live broadcast. Just thinking about it. After seeing Zhao Heng, one of the big girls suddenly brightened up in front of her. He immediately stood up and embraced Zhao Heng in front of everyone. Doctor. They miss you so much. The dead ghost in the other person's house is begging for his mistress outside. Just say a few words about him, and then move on. Speaking, he even hammered Zhao Heng's chest with his hand. Zhao Heng looked indifferent and said, then I'll go up and give you 2 injections later. The thunderous words and ambiguous actions almost made Lin Xiaoro drop the microphone to the ground. Is the anchor still broadcasting? Is this something we can watch without paying? It seems that the country is really worried about the fertility rate, and this can really be broadcasted. Wait a moment, I'll find a pack of paper and ask Zhao Heng to slow down. In an instant, there were also many memes playing in the live broadcast room. As he was speaking, Zhao Heng had already taken people up to the second floor. Lin Xiaoro naturally dared not keep up. This is already playing hard, still following up. If it weren't for maintaining CCTV's image, Lin Xiaoro would probably have cut it off long ago. Oh, Zhao Heng may also do some acupuncture and moxibustion and massage. After all, many massage parlors can get started directly after a period of training. However, when she said this, she didn't even believe it herself. At this moment, it seemed that they had heard that Zhao Heng had arrived, so more people outside walked in. Just why are all middle-aged people in their 40s and 50s here? Is there an old lady in her 60s or 70s? The audience in the live broadcast room suddenly shrouded in confusion. Isn't it like being a duck? How come there are still elderly women in their 60s and 70s? Hey! Holy crap, why did the man come in too? Chapter 7. Of course, there is no certificate. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After seeing those people outside come in, the audience in the live broadcast room was stunned, even Lin Xiaoro and the crew responsible for filming were also stunned. What situation is this? When it comes to Zhao Heng being a duck, this woman in her 40s and 50s can still understand. But at the age of 60 or 70, I have already gone through menopause. What does it mean if there are even men coming over? If it weren't for a misunderstanding, then Zhao Heng might have endured a bit too much at this moment. The beautiful young woman who had gone up before was now comfortably coming down from the second floor. Oh, hiss. It still needs to be Zhao Heng. These few shots have really worked for me. Let's see if I can go back and deal with that lowly bastard who kicked my mother hard. After moving her arms, she seemed refreshed and her whole body softened. After speaking, the woman quickly left. What is the situation? The audience in the live broadcast room was stunned. At this moment, Zhao Heng appeared between a staircase, holding the silver needle in his hand and shouting to the person below. Everyone line up, don't squeeze, take your time one by one, who's next? Good guy. So, that's what needles mean. At the scene, many people showed great respect to Zhao Heng. They immediately lined up with a smile, but there was no friction at all. When asked, everyone said that Zhao Heng's skills were good, and he was also a good person. He was convinced. This silenced those who had been questioning Zhao Heng just now. Lin Xiaoro's face also became somewhat awkward. Just now, even I almost had a crooked mind. The crew also took a long breath. Fortunately, I have just received many orders from my superiors to immediately turn off the camera. However, fortunately, Lin Xiaoro insists that otherwise, it may affect the popularity of their live broadcast. Just now, their popularity once rose to 1 billion active traffic, and they are constantly climbing. Even for their superiors, this is an undeniable level of attention. Lin Xiaoro breathed a sigh of relief in her heart, and a smile appeared on her face as she continued the live broadcast. Let's see, we still misunderstood Zhao Heng. Even in such a place, there is a genuine expression of emotions. Zhao Heng uses his knowledge to relieve the worries of the common people in the Dragon Kingdom. He is a very noble person. After hearing this, the audience in the live broadcast room also felt a wave of pride. This is the backbone of their Dragon Kingdom. They also aspire to become people like Zhao Heng. But some people think it's just that. Cut, isn't it for the sake of making money? It's like Zhao Heng didn't make any profit, otherwise what is he doing here? That's right, it's better to lie down at home with this skill. Isn't the sofa fragrant? Hee, this is just for fun. Everyone just needs to have fun. Don't worry too much about anything else. Everyone should just do whatever they want. Looking at the barrage in the live broadcast room, Lin Xiaoro also knew that being a live streamer was not always smooth sailing. For those malicious comments, she treated them as if she had not seen them. After pursing her lips, Lin Xiaoro continued. As you can see, Zhao Heng uses his own technology to feed back the public, and we also want to see how Zhao Heng serves the public. Let's go to the second floor and have a look. After speaking, Lin Xiaoro walked slowly towards the second floor. Second floor location. A room door curtain opened, revealing a scene within. Zhao Heng gave a needle to one of them, and his face was very calm. However, this process is very shocking. I'll go. I only saw Zhao Heng, like throwing beans into battle, directly pinching his orchid finger, and a silver needle appeared on the belly of the finger. The next second, the silver needle in his hand was directly ejected. Flying needle. Zhao Heng's strength, flying needle. Lin Xiaoro just wanted to give Zhao Heng a few words of praise for his spirit. After all, a college student has time to practice these things, and acupuncture and moxibustion is a kind of obscure thing. It's just a acupoint map that I probably won't be able to learn for a lifetime. Not to mention administering injections. However, I never expected that Zhao Heng would be so fierce. No need for Lin Xiaoro's beautiful words, pure and shocking everyone. The audience in the live broadcast room couldn't sit still immediately. Am I Nima? A college student majoring in science and engineering, flying needle. Is it really fake? I don't read much, don't lie to me. Who can explain if this technique is correct? What if it's a mess? I would rather believe that this guy is reckless. Pushy. I'm laughing my head off. If I didn't know how to administer the needle, that person would probably have already shed blood all over the place by now. Can we still enjoy it comfortably here? Can you have some common sense? Is it true that watching live broadcasts now doesn't even require a brain? The crowd was in a frenzy of discussion. At this moment, an official account suddenly appeared in the live broadcast room. A golden comment came out. Can you help us ask if Zhao Heng's long-lost 9 Emperor's needle can be sold to us? For this, we are willing to pay 10 million yuan and promise Zhao Heng a condition. The previous person was still joking, but upon seeing this news, everyone was immediately shocked. Bai Yi Tang. That is a famous medical family in the Dragon Kingdom. My ancestors were imperial physicians, passed down from generation to generation. Not to mention the other party's 100 medical schools, it is now a pharmaceutical company like a giant in the Dragon Kingdom, with a daily income of thousands of dollars. Rich and flowing. The outstanding talents emerging from top medical schools now are all their people. Unexpectedly, he asked Zhao Heng, who is now giving someone a needle here, to bid 10 million for the long-lost 9 Emperor needle. So this guy is so awesome. At first, everyone was still joking and mocking, but now, what should be mocked is oneself. For Zhao Heng, they no longer underestimate him. Instead, there was a strong shock. Lin Xiaoro also became somewhat curious. I don't know that a medical expert like Zhao Heng actually practices medicine in such a place, and it's also a part-time job. Is it okay to grab a large hospital at will? And how did this guy have such medical skills? These are all questions. It is also a question for the audience in the live broadcast room. Encouraged by the audience, Lin Xiaoro came to Zhao Heng with a curious heart. Zhao Heng, are you available for an interview now? Taking a glance at Zhao Heng who was administering the needle, Lin Xiaoro hesitated for a moment and quickly spoke up. Ask. Zhao Heng calmly replied with one word, and then continued to fly the needle. In just a few breaths, the flying needle had already been completed. The audience was stunned. If it weren't for the small size of this room, he would have to arrange several more beds. Lin Xiaoro let out a dry laugh. So what, why do you want to do this part-time job? Do you have the ability to easily find a large hospital? Hi. Of course there is no certificate. Zhao Heng waved his hand with great indifference. Chapter 8. Doctor's Benevolence. You are listening at novel-full.audio. As soon as she said this, Lin Xiaorou's mouth twitched. Good guy, she doesn't even know what to say. Sure enough, the man in front of me is always hard to guess. No wonder. Originally, Lin Heng said it was inconvenient because he didn't have a certificate for this reason. I'm sorry, I wanted to stain it. The one who used to hold a tissue before, quickly stand up and kowtow to Zhao Heng. I ate the tissue, leaving only a tribute. The speed of barrage bullets in the live broadcast room. At this moment, the person on the bed quickly sat up and moaned comfortably. Then, he took out his own leather bag and pulled out a stack of large red bills, which looked like 10 or so. He smiled and respectfully handed the money to Zhao Heng. Dr. Zhao, thank you very much. I have never been so comfortable in my life. This is my intention. Please accept it. Oh my, just saying these things makes me realize it. What's our relationship? If you come often in the future, I will give you some injections and bring you some dry goods. It will be useful for that aspect and ensure the harmony of your family. The old king next door will also give you a thumbs up in the middle of the night. Zhao Heng was open-minded when he saw the money, and after accepting it, he also showed a smile. This Lin Xiaorou wanted to praise Zhao Heng just now, but she didn't expect that Zhao Heng would reveal such vulgarity, causing her already prepared lines to suddenly get stuck in her throat, feeling a bit embarrassed to say them. My grass. Black-hearted doctor. Did anyone just count it carefully? How many red banknotes are there? It makes my eyes turn red. Am I sick? Recently, I've been working on a lot of screens and my eyes are dry. Please tell me it's not much and let me take a break. There are a total of 16, I took a screenshot and counted them clearly. My Nima. Can even catch up with half a month's salary. This guy earns so much in a night. I'm almost envious of him. It's not surprising that you upstairs are envious. This is almost catching up with many peripheral prices. I haven't paid anything yet, but it's only a matter of more than 10 minutes. How can people feel relieved when they see it on the periphery? No wonder this guy said he's going to take on a part-time job. It turns out that making so much money is indeed poverty that limits my imagination. Soon, the next person will come up. It's the old lady in her 60s before. Zhao Heng didn't know if it was because he had received the money, so he looked kind and helped the old lady lie down beside him as soon as he went up. A mouthful after mouthful of an old lady, like a young man who engages in fraud by selling health products to deceive the elderly into making money. If it weren't for the different visuals, this face would be absolutely amazing. The old lady was coaxed into giggling. Xiao Zhao, your skills are already good enough, I just realized that your mouth is more professional. Your grandmother, if I were in my 40s when I was young. Even Lin Xiaorou couldn't bear to look directly at the rest of the content. Sure enough, this matter has nothing to do with age. Zhao Heng naturally made the old lady smile happily. However, the audience in the live broadcast room felt extremely angry when they thought that Zhao Heng might charge someone a month's living allowance in the future. This is still an old lady, and there are also a group of old ladies and grandfathers below. Whose parents are these? This damn guy. Just now, that one seemed to be rich and powerful, so let's just forget it. I didn't expect. This guy is too cheap for money. That's right, I really don't know, this guy is already so rich and still making money everywhere. Is he crazy about poverty? That's right, the file says this guy is at war in Africa. Does he have tens of millions of dollars in Swiss banks? Do he still need to scam this money? Hee, do you believe in the archives? What if it's fake? With a long mind, think carefully. Who is such a talented college student? That's it. Didn't Zhao Heng say the same before? He's from a rural area, and you don't think he's free to attend Longwa University of Technology. But this money is really despicable. I want to curse him a few times. Everyone was discussing and indignant. Lin Xiaoro didn't know what to say for a moment. I am afraid that too many words will lead to loss. Just thinking, by this time, the old lady had finished acupuncture and moxibustion. That's what makes you feel comfortable. Everyone is shining red. Many passers-by have witnessed this scene and marveled at the miracle of medicine. Don't say 16, even 30.6 would be willing to try Zhao Heng. The old lady stood up and gave Zhao Heng a thumbs up. Zhao, Grandma was also a beautiful woman back then. If Grandma were any younger. She kept talking incessantly, looking old and frail, but her eyes still looked like a young girl. Immediately after, the old lady took out 30 yuan. Zhao Heng took it and smiled, saying, "Oh my, Grandma, you've always been 18 years old." "Who says you're old?" Zhao, you can still talk, unlike the dead old man in my house. If I were any younger. Grandma, please slow down. Speaking these words, the old lady quickly went downstairs. And Lin Xiaoro just wanted to say that you get what you pay for. With good technology, being a little more expensive is also true. As soon as she spoke, she saw the crumpled 30 yuan and choked up again. Why is today an unexpected day? Why do accidents always occur? The live broadcast room was marked with a long string of ellipses. They also have some confusion about Zhao Heng's charging rules. When Zhao Heng escorted the old lady downstairs, he also brought a guest up and continued to administer the needle. It's only a few minutes before and after. Zhao Heng had an extra 30 yuan in front of him. Is it difficult for Zhao Heng to only charge 30 yuan? Is it really fake? Is it a treatment of 30 yuan? Oh my goodness. It's hard to imagine. How about? Take another look. Everyone's hearts began to doubt. But soon, several people passed by in a row, with different prices. However, most of them are 30 yuan, and the rest are tips for tipping. Lin Xiaoro finally couldn't help opening her mouth. Mr. Zhao Heng, I wonder how much you charge for acupuncture and moxibustion this time. Not much, 30. Zhao Heng took the needle and casually replied. Is it really 30 yuan? Now the case has been solved. The truth was revealed in the live broadcast room. I am careless. Really 30 yuan. This is pure charity. Although I don't think 30 yuan in just a few minutes is enough to make a big profit, with Zhao Heng's skill, I dare say there is nothing wrong with him wanting to charge thousands or even tens of thousands. We all blame Zhao Heng wrongly, that's what makes a doctor benevolent. Oh my goodness, it's been too long since I've seen such a pure person. Huolei phone, this is it. I have secured Zhao Heng's position, and as I said, Jesus can't hold on either. After a while, Zhao Heng finished picking up the guests. Glancing at the time. He stretched his waist. So what, I'm going home. Do you want to come together? Chapter 9. Old and Small Villas. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Go home. The audience in the live broadcast room slightly curled their lips. The barrage styles have changed one after another. In an instant, it became ambiguous. This is too flirtatious, isn't it? That's it. I can't go with Zhao Heng, can't I? Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I can't even think about this scene from behind. This guy is doing this part-time job, or is he from Longsuan? The situation at home must not be very good, right? Well, I'm a bit worried about Zhao Heng now. He's probably squeezed into a small room with someone else, right? Perhaps many rural residents cannot even afford their own tuition fees, but fortunately, the government has a student loan to solve the urgent problem. However, the cost of living is a problem. This is still the easiest part. If you encounter someone who is paralyzed in bed at home, you might even have to pay back. Maybe Zhao Heng's hard work part-time job is due to some reason. There was a lot of discussion in the live broadcast room. They all expressed sympathy for Zhao Heng's plight. Lin Xiaoro is no exception. Sitting in the taxi, she let out a soft sigh in her heart. I secretly glanced at Zhao Heng, his eyes flickering with determination, which was moving. I don't know what kind of experience it was to make the other person's gaze so firm. If it weren't for encountering something difficult to solve, I'm afraid they wouldn't have been such an early bloomer, would they? Lin Xiaoro thought so in her heart. She made up her mind to report Zhao Heng's situation to the relevant personnel after the program, and if she needed to help, she must do so. I will definitely not let Zhao Heng suffer too much injustice. If there is any bad situation with Zhao Heng's family, then use their own name to launch a water drop fundraising campaign. If they can contribute a little bit of love, it will be a little bit of love. There will be more love in the world. Just as he was thinking about it, Zhao Heng beside him began to take out his phone and give money. How about I give it to you? Lin Xiaoro quickly grabbed Zhao Heng. When she thought about Zhao Heng's experience, she felt that if she didn't give the money herself, her conscience wouldn't be able to pass. For Lin Xiaoro, this is just the money for a meal, but for Zhao Heng, it may be their family's life-saving money. Moreover, it is reasonable for Lin Xiaoro to pay for the proposal to take the photo, as it was she who proposed to take the car. However, Zhao Heng paid the money first. No need. Zhao Heng waved his hand casually and then got off the car first. Seeing this, Lin Xiaoro's heart was moved. The audience in the live broadcast room also admired Zhao Heng. This guy can handle it, don't let women give money, this is a man's bottom line. That's right, a real man should be like Zhao Heng. Even if he has nothing and even debts, these small things cannot be taken care of by a woman, otherwise it would be too cheap. Zhao Heng is the real man. When I think about his situation, I live in Bumbu even more. The audience in the live broadcast room were discussing and praising Zhao Heng's behavior. Quickly, Lin Xiaoro had already gotten off the car. Don't worry, everyone. I will definitely report Zhao Heng's situation to the higher authorities. With the help of a large number of caring netizens, I believe Zhao Heng can definitely overcome the difficulties. Believe us, please also believe Zhao Heng. Next, we are going to take a look at Zhao Heng's home and his living environment. Don't worry, this is a live broadcast from CCTV, absolutely authentic, and there are no fakes or scripts. Everyone just needs to believe it. I believe everyone must be curious about what Zhao Heng's home looks like, right? Now let's take a closer look and discover. I believe that netizens will definitely donate their love and give this resilient rural poor guy the motivation to continue moving forward. She was still watching the barrage in the live broadcast room, speaking as she prepared to provide assistance to Zhao Heng later. At this moment, Zhao Heng's voice rang from beside him. This is my home. If you don't mind, come in. Did you arrive so soon? Lin Xiaoro was also slightly stunned. She glanced ahead. In front of me is indeed an old and dilapidated little one, looking a bit old and out of repair. I heard that the air quality and environment in this section are good. Some real estate companies have already repaired the villa area here, and soon after the compensation contract is signed, this area will be directly demolished. After hearing about this, they also sighed. Hey, this place was used for rent before, only to some poor people who couldn't afford the rent. It was pushed back soon after, and Zhao Heng might not even have a house to live in. It's too pitiful. That's right, I also heard that Zhao Heng came from a rural area, which is quite far from here. He finally got into a university. Hey, look. How did Lin Heng get to the villa area? At this point, the audience in the live broadcast room quickly realized this. They were still sighing the previous second, but the next second, they widened their eyes. I only saw Zhao Heng walking towards the villa area, and as they passed by two tall security guards, they bowed respectfully to Zhao Heng. "Welcome homeowners home." Ha! For a moment, the audience in the live broadcast room broke through the defense. My grass! Is it really fake? If you don't bring it, do you want it like this? This Nima. Zhao Heng is the owner of this place. How come I don't know? Oh my goodness, when Zhao Heng took out the key, I knew I had lost completely. Wake up upstairs, you can go in just by sweeping your face. Aren't you still alive a few years ago? The already injured heart is now even worse. The audience in the live broadcast room is directly breaking through the defense. Even Lin Xiaoro was momentarily stunned. The villa area in Wanghai City at least 20 million. I was actually feeling sad for Zhao Heng just now, and I didn't expect this guy to just pull out a villa. For a moment, Lin Xiaoro didn't know whether the person she should sympathize with was herself or Zhao Heng. The audience in the live broadcast room also has such doubts. Come on in quickly. At this moment, Zhao Heng greeted Lin Xiaoro and casually said. Being hit by such a sentence, Lin Xiaoro woke up like a dream and quickly walked up. Taking a glance at the bustling villa, Lin Xiaoro could only sigh. This is all hard-earned money. Of course, this blood and sweat are not from Zhao Heng. The audience in the live broadcast room was shocked by the grandeur inside, and for a moment, they forgot to release barrage. They only felt that Zhao Heng's previous words were too much of a Versailles. At this moment, Zhao Heng had already taken off his coat and walked outside. Zhao Heng, what are you doing here? Hurry up and take a look. Immediately, there is a reminder from the audience in the live broadcast room. Chapter 10. Hidden Masters. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The audience in the live broadcast room is now extremely curious about Zhao Heng. At this moment, they urgently want to know what Zhao Heng did. In their eyes, Zhao Heng always brings them surprises. Not to mention these audience members, even Lin Xiaoro is extremely curious. Without much thought, Lin Xiaoro quickly followed suit. Arrived at a backyard of the villa. Looking at the decoration, everyone could only sigh at the feeling of being rich. These rare and exotic herbs can be placed as they please, without causing any inconvenience. At this moment, their gaze was still searching for Zhao Heng's figure. Finally, they found Zhao Heng under a locust tree. After seeing the other party's slow and unsteady movements, they were all stunned for a moment. What is Zhao Heng doing? Playing Tai Chi, but it's too slow, isn't it? The old ladies and grandpas in the park play faster than this, and health preservation is not like this. Anchor, please help me ask. I'm too curious. Can Dong help explain what Zhao Heng is doing? There was a lot of discussion in the live broadcast room. At least it was a live broadcast by CCTV, and this traffic was clearly not covered. Soon, many official accounts in different categories began to speculate. There are also many talented individuals in the live broadcast room. In no time, they discovered what Zhao Heng was doing. I know that this is a very impressive Taoist technique called Vajra, which can achieve physical fitness and prolong life. If we reach the realm of great success, we can even achieve the unity of heaven and humanity, which is incredibly powerful. The unity of heaven and man is too abstract. Can you provide some simple and easy to understand explanation? Someone quickly asked. The person was also not ambiguous. To sum up, if you hit hard, men will only be more handsome and fierce, and women will only be younger and more beautiful. Damn it. So powerful. Of course, how else could it be called one of the national arts? However, soon some people below did not believe it. There's no such thing as being so awesome, right? If you can become stronger and stronger by fighting, then the hospital doesn't need to open it. Let Zhao Heng send a video to teach everyone how to fight, and everything will be solved. That's right, why don't I believe it? I would rather believe that there are ghosts in this world than believe in such mystical things. What about Taoism? I think it's just fooling ghosts, Chinese martial arts. Now Lightning's 5 consecutive whips have already been exposed by the internet. However, more and more people were stunned when they saw the words that could enhance their abilities, become handsome and beautiful. Then, one by one, the people behind the live broadcast room raised their eyebrows towards the screen, and without saying a word, they got up from the bed and began to practice following Zhao Heng's movements. You may not even want to say it one by one, but in reality, each one is getting stronger and stronger. They all wish to record Zhao Heng's video, watch it day and night, and ponder it day and night. During this time, over 10 million people in various parts of the Dragon Kingdom began to train with Zhao Heng's movements in the live broadcast room. However, who knew that Zhao Heng was playing too slowly, and everyone was already sweating profusely just to support themselves. Finally, everyone fell to the ground and couldn't get up, panting heavily. I'm Nima. It's useless. Who says this thing is good? Report the address and I'll go up and dig your ancestral grave. The Taoist signboard was smashed today. If anyone will tell me about the national art later, I will take the shovel and go to your cemetery next. My suggestion is not to use the dance area next door. The Vajra skill of farting, if I have this skill, I might as well go and do the 8th set of radio gymnastics. That activity is more effective for the whole body. My girls all like to do this bullshit Vajra skill. May I ask who your girl is? Golden hair. The crowd didn't seem to pay much attention to Zhao Heng's 8 Vajra gong. However, Zhao Heng had no intention of pleasing everyone. He just followed the steps left in his mind and then slowly moved. Every exercise requires mobilizing one's mind and bones, and the movements are very slow, which requires blending the muscles and bones within one's body. This is not a simple process. Zhao Heng did it perfectly. At this point, he seemed to have reached a state of selflessness. If we can truly achieve the unity of heaven and humanity, then that's what Zhao Heng looks like. And soon Zhao Heng finished his boxing. He finished his work and quickly walked towards the room. This have you finished playing? Everyone present was stunned for a moment. Then a big doubt emerged in their minds. This is what Taoist bullshit is all about. I think that's just one thing. The person who just arrived home, quickly stand up and speak. It's just that, I see it's all some scammers who come specifically to deceive us. Otherwise, how could they have done such a simple 5 action and just finished it? Scammer. Everyone fired barrage shots. And soon, some of the screens in the live broadcast room were flooded. This may not necessarily be a good thing in the official account live broadcast. This is the first time that Lin Xiaoro has encountered such a situation. Although there have been official account crashes before, it was also due to something that could not be adjusted, but I don't even know where I went wrong. Lin Xiaoro chuckled and said, "Everyone, please be calm and not impatient. Each set of martial arts is a different experience for everyone. Just as there are 1,000 Hamlets among 1,000 readers. Perhaps in everyone's minds, Zhao Heng's boxing skills are not very good, but if Zhao Heng cannot derive happiness from it, he probably won't play a game in the backyard in such a cold autumn, will he? Everything is too much, and I believe everyone should also understand this principle. Everyone only needs to find their own positioning and can also experience happiness and happiness. It has to be said that Lin Xiaoro's live streaming skills are not average. This was just a few words of effort, and the audience in the live broadcast room also gave Lin Xiaoro a thumbs up at this moment. The atmosphere in the live broadcast room also changed one after another, showing respect for Lin Xiaoro. And suddenly, someone in the live broadcast room noticed something different. Look. There. The pattern on the ground. Accompanied by the barrage in the live broadcast room, someone quickly noticed what the other party had discovered. On the ground, I don't know when a Tai Chi diagram appeared. Very square. I guess it can only be drawn with a compass. And just now, this is the place where Zhao Heng practiced martial arts. For a moment, everyone thought of what the master of traditional Chinese culture had just said and fell silent. Is it difficult to say that Zhao Heng is actually a hidden expert, just not discovered by himself?